Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about the Magicka Sorcerer PvE build Mystic for the Scalebreaker DLC. I'm Alcast from alcasthq.com. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you always get notified when I upload new content. So there's quite a few things that actually changed for this patch. I will go over the basics first. We're gonna check out the rotation and the outfit as well at the end. Looking at the stats, they look fairly similar. We have the Shadow Mundu Stone, like previously, because we have very high spell crit. And if you want screenshots with base stats and fully buffed stats, they're on my website on the build page, alongside beginner setups and so on. Link in the description. Buff food, we're using Arteum Pickled Fishbowl. So this one is slightly better now. Double Bloody Mara got nerfed, so it gives 4620 Magicka. Blue food 4936, and this one gives 5117, so you won't use this one. It's not that expensive, so I would recommend using it all the time. I also listed it up in case you want to know how to craft it with the ingredients. Race, I recommend being a Breton. The cost reduction is nice, the resistance is nice, a little bit more tanky, especially in trials where most damage is spell damage anyway, or like magic damage. Max Magicka, also nice for Breton. You can run any Magicka based race if you want. The difference is not that big. I just like the cost reduction on Bretons. Gear wise, pretty much the same thing as last patch. False God, Zan, Mother Sorrow on the front bar, Maelstrom Inferno on the back bar. All divines with magic enchants, one medium, one heavy, and the rest is light. So we have 5-1-1 setup to get the 6% from the Undaunted Metal passive, which gives you a little bit more stats. Monster set, any Magicka based monster set works. Now, why is False God so good? A lot of people are like, well, Siroria is better. Yeah, if you're a target dummy humper, it's better. But in a trial, False God will always be better. Even the best players have issues keeping up the Siroria stack to 20. Like in trials. So False God is always the better choice. Because it also has more stats than any other set. So you can see spell crit, minor slayer, spell crit, spell damage, and another Magicka bonus. A lot of people oversee that, but it has more stats than any other set. And the 5-piece obviously also reduces your cost by another 8%. And every time something dies, you get 2150 Magicka. You can use this set in dungeons, Maelstrom, like everywhere. It's just so strong. Even the imperfect version. Like, go get it. There is also alternatives on the website in case you don't have access to Sunspire. Champion points. It is very damage over time focused. We also do have beginner setups on the website. This here is just the 810 setup. So it's more damage over time focused because most of our abilities are damage over time. The red tree, we do have mitigation article on the website for each trial because you want to adjust these. Not each trial has like the same damage type, very important. But this here is a pretty standard setup, so you also should be good to go. Alchemy, you want medicinal use. 30% longer potion makes you able to actually rotate or like keep this up 100% because the potion cooldown is 45 seconds. This here is 47. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now please keep in mind, I usually just buy these because they're always in the store, but you don't necessarily need Magicka Sorcerer because we get it from Degeneration already. So you could actually just get Magicka Prophecy and restore Magicka, and that's enough. Now, skill-wise, a lot changed as you can see. We remove class abilities and replace it with non-class abilities because, well, they're very strong. Crystal Frag, still here, very powerful. We only use it when it instantly procs, like you can see there. Casting any other magic ability has a 35% chance of causing your next frag to be instant, deal 33% more damage and cost 50% less. Scalding Rune, very nice upfront damage and also a nice damage over time effect. Now why do I, like, look at this, 7600 flame damage. plus a dot. And this here is 7,500 damage. I mean, I can call Captain Obvious, but like, there's no point using this if you can use this. The only downside this has is that you can't spam it because it takes like a second or two to activate. But when you look at it, it doesn't take that long. You throw it, it explodes. So I can use this, another ability, throw. So I just need to rotate another ability in, and that's already enough for it to explode. Flame Reach, very nice direct damage impact and also strong damage over time effect. Degeneration, same thing, very powerful. Damage over time, and gives us Magicka Sorcerer. The pet, single target and AoE damage. Shooting Star. Unstable Wall, so we changed the morph. The explosion damage is now very strong, plus it lasts 8 seconds, and our rotation is 8 seconds, so it's perfect. Daedric Prey, you still want this. The explosion is nice, plus it buffs your pet. Channel Acceleration for minor force. If you don't have Suchik, Barber Trap also works. It lasts for a long duration now, so you will do fine with it as well. Hardened Ward for the shield. I really recommend using this in trials, dungeons, or everywhere. It's like you're gonna get carried by it so hard. 12k shield. Again, the pet and the Atro, which is your single target ultimate, very strong. You could technically slot another damage over time effect, soul splitting trap here, but then you don't have a shield. But this one is also very strong now. The rotation with Hardened Ward, it's fairly simple. You have Unstable Wall, Daedric Prey in the back bar, then Scalding Rune, Flame Reach, Degeneration, Summon Volatile Familiar. Now, if you get 2 Crystal Fragment procs on the front bar, you will only use Scalding Rune when you come back from the back bar at the start. If you get 1 Crystal Fragment proc, you will use it when you come back from here, and then when you go again, so before you weapon swap. And that's how you get your 8 seconds, to showcase you this, so you understand. Now we only had 1, so I use another trap. Now we had 2, so I don't use. So you always rotate. Ah, there's only 1 Crystal Frag proc, so before I swap, I use Scalding Rune. If there's 2, I only use 1 at the start when I come back. That's basically your 8 seconds rotation, because we want to build around Unstable Wall. You could technically fit in another Volcanic Rune most likely, but this is more or less the best setup because we also need to sometimes reactivate Channeled Acceleration or use your shield, and then some dots might fall off anyway. The problem is, or what I had was like, this is 10 seconds, 12, there's just so much different timers. I got most DPS by just rotating around 8 seconds. Mostly because even if we lose a little bit from the dot damage, it doesn't matter because we have so, like, when we use this here too soon, it doesn't really matter. It hits harder than a normal spammable, right? This here also, it has a extra damage tick and so on. So that's why I found this to be the best rota. It's also on the website if you want to like slowly read through it. And like I said, you could add the other dot here. And then you would simply do Unstable Wall, Daedric Prey, Soul Splitting Trap, and then swap and do the same thing on the front bar. Checking out the outfit real quick. Abba's Watch, Sunspire Epaulets, Sunspire Gloves, Sunspire Breeches, Sunspire Jerkin, Sash, Shoes, Abner Farm Stuff. We have Legates Black and Divine Gold. The skin I'm using is from Halls of Fabrication Sheath. If you have any question about the game, about this build or just the game in general, you can always ask me on twitch.tv/alcasthq or in the comment section below here or on our community Discord. I will put all the links in the description. I also just started a new series on the website where I want to focus on solo builds, And I already uploaded the solo Zork setup, where it's more focused on like overland content and soloing dungeons. And I will also upload, I already uploaded a few runs, and will also upload more. Because this build here is specifically for dungeons and trials. If you want to watch more Scalebreaker videos, check out these here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the juicy like button. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Cheers.